Samantala, sinabi ni FIVOLC's Supervising Science Research Specialist Jeffrey Perez na kabilang sa kanilang paghahanda sa tinatawag na The Big One ay ang paglalagay ng GPS marker sa mga fault line. Sinabi ni Perez na sa pamamagitan ng teknolohiyang ito, maaaring malaman ang galaw ng isang fault. At kung malalaman ang galaw nito ay magkakaroon ng early pre-positioning ng disaster response.
Alam natin na yung earthquakes ay hindi siya na-forecast, hindi siya na-predict. But there are ways para magkaroon tayo ng long-term forecast sa isang lindol. Ito yung ginagawa nating paleoseismic trenching, yung hinuhukay natin yung perpendicular to the fault. Another thing na ginagawa ng FIVOLC ay sana ginagamitan natin ng global positioning system. We have stations na nakapaligid sa West Valley Fault and any active faults in the Philippines na tinitignan natin 24 hours. Baka bago siya gumalaw ay magbibigay ng certain signal yung GPS na yon. Yung GPS kasi, alam natin yung GPS natin sa cellphones. Meron tayong fixed na lugar, may GPS yan. Pag yan ay unti-unting gumagalaw, medyo sige, okay lang. Pero pag yung GPS point na yan, sa magkabilang site ay hindi gumagalaw, ang ibig sabihin yan, nakalock yung fault. At baka in the future ay maging way ito para makapagbigay tayo ng information sa mga tao. Pero at the end of the day, preparedness pa rin talaga yung kailangan natin.
Ayon naman sa DILG, 5% ng Internal Revenue Allotment ng Syudad o Bayan ay dapat nakatuon sa disaster use. Magagamit ito bilang pambili ng equipment, makapagtayo ng pasilidad at capacity expansion. Kasabay dito, ang Office of Civil Defense ay nangangarap na makakuha ng automatic allocation ng pondo mula sa gross domestic product ng bansa para sa disaster response.
It is a more stable way of projecting what we can do in terms of long-term preparedness. Mapoproject natin yung budget. If a certain percentage is automatically allotted, then we can prepare more scientifically. Instead of, hindi ito reklamo reality to. Instead of every year, you will have to present your programs to Congress, which is normal. Kaya lang, hindi natin alam alin yung ma-approve at di ma-approve. Unlike when it is automatically allotted. So sa ibang bansa, ganun yung ginagawa. Kaya yan is part of our wish list. If Congress will support the initiative, hindi naman malaki kaagad, but we can start somewhere. Then the planning starts also more effectively.
As the word itself connotes, no, preparedness. No, so yung preparedness, that's a 24/7 thing, no. Again, kahit na wala pa yung the big one or kung ano mang sakuna, no, we can never really fight Mother Nature, no. But in becoming prepared, we can positively hope that we can mitigate the risks, no. Makikita naman natin doon pa lang sa attendance, ano. In fact, we were expecting at the most 150 participants. But I was told yesterday, day 1, na close to 220, no? So we went over by easily close to 70 people, which is that alone tells us, no, na successful siya. That's one. Today, as you very well know, no, April 9 is a non-working holiday. And yet, nakita mo naman, punong-puno pa rin, no? Oo, tapos ito, ongoing yung last scenario ng tabletop exercise natin. And you could see, no, very engrossed sila. Parang ang mga grade school ulit, no? Enjoy na enjoy sila kasi what we're doing here is parang sa grad school. They were given different scenarios, very, very similar to mga case studies, no, sa grad school. And yon, they're supposed to come up with solutions, no? You could see that so far, no, based on their experience, I would say, maganda yung mga outputs, no? So because of that, gusto ko pong magpasalamat sa ating mga kaibigan at mga partners, no, sa local government units, yung ating mga dream officers, no, the ever supportive private sector, no. Of course, the academe, we would also like to thank them, no. Napakarami pong contributions nila